Welcome to the Thrive Mindset Podcast, where manifesting your dreams isn't magic, it's momentum. I'm your host, Carrie Dahle, entrepreneur, author, and manifestation coach, and I'm here to help you stop holding yourself back and start building the life you've been craving. Each week, I'll share real stories, practical tools, and powerful mindset shifts to help you reframe the negative, embrace gratitude, and take aligned action toward your goals. If you're ready to up-level your life, your relationships, your success, then this is your place. Let's dive in. I love this time of year. Spring is one of my favorites, probably because it leads into summer, which is my favorite, and fall I love too. But there's just something about this time of year that is, I don't know, brings life, right? People want to be outside. They want to clean. Closets get organized and garages get cleared out and windows get opened. And it feels really good, like you can breathe again. But there's what I want to talk about today. What if the thing that actually is weighing you down and the thing that needs to be cleaned out isn't your house? What if the spring cleaning needs to be done to your energy? Because I see this all the time. People doing the work, showing up and staying consistent are still feeling stuck. And it's so confusing because on paper, everything looks like it should be working. But internally, it feels heavy and foggy and like something's just off. And most people try to solve it by doing more planning, more action, more pushing. But what if the real shift isn't about doing more and it's more about clearing that space and that energy? Let's talk about the emotional clutter for a minute. This is the stuff that we carry that we don't always realize is there, like old frustrations or unresolved conversations or disappointment from things that didn't go the way we planned. Maybe doubt that quietly is sitting in the background. I mean, for me, I can hold on to past family things. I have a pretty rough relationship with my parents. My dad and I I had no relationship with him growing up, nothing. And then we were very close for quite a long time. And now we're back to nothing. That is something that's clutter in my emotions. And it can take up space and it can have energy that is not good for me. So that's something for me to clean up. But it's not the same for everybody, right? Everybody's got their own kind of emotional or energy clutter. And sometimes it's not even that dramatic. Sometimes it's just noise. Maybe it's overthinking or distractions or that constant feeling of being pulled in too many directions, which I think we're all really good at too. I mean, I can easily overthink something or be distracted because I don't want to deal with something that's important or getting too busy. I've gotten really good at saying no, but there was definitely a time in my life where I would feel like I was pulled in way too many directions. And here's the problem. When your energy is so cluttered with things like this, your clarity disappears. And when your clarity disappears, everything feels harder than it actually is. But here's where things get interesting. You don't hold on to this stuff by accident. No, you don't. There's always a reason. And sometimes it feels protective. If I don't try too hard, I can't fail. If I keep my expectations low, I won't be disappointed. If I stay busy, I don't have to deal what's really underneath. Does that sound familiar? Because it's those subtle things, but it's powerful. Because what once felt like protection can really quietly turn into a limitation. I can honestly say that I've spent a lot of time staying busy in my life to not deal with other things. I think we all do. I mean, it's easier to be too busy than to deal with your emotions. And it protects us.
This episode of the Thrive Mindset podcast is brought to you by the Scott Lewis Group at John L. Scott Real Estate. Buying or selling a home is more than just a transaction. It's your move. It's your next chapter. And we're here to make sure that your move is remarkable. We know this market inside and out, and we care deeply about helping you find more than just a house. We want you to find the place where your life truly thrives. Whether you're stepping into your first home, upgrading to something new, or starting something fresh, you deserve more than ordinary. With the Scott Lewis Group, it's your move. Let's make it remarkable.
But that is where this spring is going to come in. Because spring isn't just about a fresh start. It's about making space for what's next. And you can't do that if your hands are full of things you were never meant to carry this far. So I want to give you something really simple to do today. Not a full system, not a complicated process, just awareness. Because awareness is where everything shifts. So over the next few days, I want you to start noticing what thoughts are really feeling heavy in you. Not the loud, dramatic ones, the quiet ones, the ones that are on repeat. I'm behind. This is harder than it should be. Maybe this isn't going to work. And then just notice them. And notice your emotional patterns around them. Where are you reacting instead of responding? Where do you feel tension come up quickly? And where are you holding on to something that already happened, but feels like it's present now? And then ask yourself this one. Is this helping me move forward? Or is it keeping me stuck right where I am? And that's it. No judgment, no pressure to fix it all at once, just awareness. Because the moment you see it clearly, you create space. And space is powerful. Space is where new ideas come from and where clarity returns, where momentum starts to build again. And here's the part I really want you to hear. You don't have to force a next step. Because when your energy is clear, your next steps are obvious. So, before you go reorganizing your closet or scrubbing out the refrigerator or cleaning out the garage, I just want you to pause and check in with what's actually taking up space in your life. Because the most powerful spring cleaning you can do is the kind that no one else can see. And if you take nothing else from this episode, take this. You're not stuck. You're just carrying too much. And the moment you start letting go, you make room for everything you've been trying to call in. And above all else, remember that I believe in you, and you can manifest the life of your dreams. Guys.